As you can tell, we got snow last night. Time to feed the animals. The rooster doesn't know what to do. He's got his foot up. It's the first time they've had snow. Same with the turkey. She's got her leg up. It's cold out here. I don't know which one I am today. Randy from the Christmas Story, I can't put my arms down. Or if I'm Joey being Chandler going, well, look at me. I'm Chandler. Can I be wearing any more clothes? I have so many layers on and I'm still cold. It's just that wet to the bone chill. Halfway done. Gotta keep going. Hi everyone, welcome back. I just got finished feeding all the animals, so I'm going to start our dinner, which is going to be a delicious coffee roast. So I'm going to show you what ingredients you're going to need to make it, and then we're going to do a little side dish of lemon pepper potatoes to go with that. So stay tuned and let's get started. This is the ingredients you're going to need. You're going to start off with a really nice chuck roast. You're going to need low sodium soy sauce. You're going to need some Worcestershire sauce, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some black pepper, some garlic, and some coffee. And then I might add in a little bit of rosemary to give it some flavor, but these are the ingredients you're going to need to start the coffee roast. So let's begin. Okay, coffee is done. So we're going to pour 3 cups of coffee. We're going to do 1 cup of soy sauce, low sodium. The reason you do low sodium is because if you do your soy sauce with salt and then you put in the Worcestershire sauce and then any of the other ingredients, it might make it too salty. I'd rather add salt at the end to make sure that I didn't over salt it in the very beginning, because you can't take salt away. Once it's there, it's there. So I do low sodium soy sauce. And then we're going to do 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And then I'm going to do 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm going to do the equivalent of 2 chopped garlic cloves. We're going to stir that up. And we're going to let that marry while we sear our chuck roast in olive oil. Okay, we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in your pan. I like to use my cast irons because you can, one pot, cook it in here, goes in the oven, no mess. And this one is by Tramontina is my cast iron that I'm using today. So we're going to get this frying up in here. Put your chuck roast in, and we're going to sear it on both sides. Okay, I'm going to turn this over. We're going to do a light sear on both sides. I don't want to cook it because it's going to be in its own juices, cooking on a low temperature for about 4 hours. Okay, it's been lightly seared on both sides. So now you're going to put your liquid concoction that you just made earlier, and you're going to pour it over your roast. Now at this point it's optional, but I'm going to put in some rosemary on top, give it a little flavor. And if you're using a freeze-dried rosemary, be warned that when you freeze dry it, it actually enhances the flavor of your herbs, from what I found out. So a little bit will do you. So I'm going to take a little bit here and rub it in my hands. and put it over the roast. Just give it a little bit of flavor. That's all you need. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to stick it in the oven for 250 degrees for 4 hours. Okay, we are 3 hours into our roast, so right now I'm going to get started making us lemon pepper potatoes to go as a side dish for our dinner. So I'm going to show you what I do with my lemon pepper potatoes. It's extremely simple and easy to do. All I'm doing is peeling some potatoes. Just my husband and I. So we don't need really big potatoes. These are russets. They do very well in baking. So I have 4 little small potatoes for us. Okay. So all you do is you cut them in half. And if they're long, cut them in quarters. And then you're going to use some lemon pepper. And you're going to give them a good seasoning. I did spray my dish with Pam to prevent the potatoes from sticking. Okay, so those are all nice and seasoned. And you just do several pats of butter on top. I like to always do 4. Put it in this, and then you're going to bake it at 350 until you stick your knife into the potato and it's tender. Just remember to check it at the 35-minute mark. Alright guys, it's been 4 hours. I just took the roast out. What we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the pot, out of the Dutch oven, and what we're going to do is we're going to tear it apart, and while we're letting it sit and cool on the counter, we're going to mix the gravy for it. And for this you're going to need water and cornstarch. That's it. So let's get started. Okay, so you just need, I used Tupperware containers. Just put water in it. And then I would put 2 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch in here. And then close it up and shake it. And this gets all the lumps and clumps out of there. Besides making a mess on my counter, other than that, you got smooth liquid to put into your gravy, so you're not going to have any lumps and clumps in there. Okay. We're going to turn on the heat. And we're going to pour our cornstarch mix that we just did. We just shook up. And we're going to pour it in. See how smooth that is? No clumps. And you're just going to keep stirring this until it thickens. And if you, after a couple of minutes, after like 5 minutes, it's not thick, just do another half container of cornstarch in water, and it'll thicken it. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. As you can tell, this started to thicken up. I did have to put in another half cup of the cornstarch and water to make a thick slurry. So this is now done. Okay, now that this is done, it's thickened up, we're going to put our roast in here. We had torn it apart. It's really tender. Get it all nice and smothered with that gravy. Okay, my potatoes are done. The roast is done. Look at that nice dark gravy. It's very tender. And then we're just going to put a little bit of ranch dressing on our lemon pepper potatoes. And there you have it. Coffee roast, lemon pepper potatoes. I made fresh rolls and corn on the cob. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please try it. It's really delicious. Okay everyone, we are done. We're getting ready to eat. I sure hope you like this recipe, and if you want more like this, please subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Doris, and this is My Savage Homestead. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.